joining us here on 2K Sports. Kevin Harlan here, and I'm joined by Greg Anthony, Clark Kellogg, and David Aldridge, who's reporting from the sidelines. DA, it's all yours.
Thanks very much. Now, D'Angelo Russell says he patterns his game after another crafty lefty. He said, if I could model my game after somebody, it would be Manu Ginobili. He was never the most athletic, but he could pass, he could score, and he was just so unpredictable. Not a bad role model for D'Lo. Kevin?
Not at all. Yeah, some similarities definitely there, David. Thank you. Still very early in the season here, but teams, Greg, beginning to hit their stride and get into a rhythm.
And the same can be said for the younger talents. Rookies are shaking off those debut jitters and starting to show us what they can really do.
And the starting group for the Spurs. The 4 and the 5, it's Johnson and Pirtle. Devin Vassell out there with Jones. And it's Richardson in at the small forward. And for the Timberwolves, underneath in the post, Towns and Gobert. Then it's Russell.
Here we go.
Then there's Edwards. And it's McLaughlin in at the 2 spot. And it's going to be the Spurs off the tip. Richardson outside. Pass to Vassell. The feet to Johnson. Gobert with the block. They recover it. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Count it.
Hey, when Pirtle gets the rock deep in. Side. The defense is cooked. Can't allow him to get comfortable from there.
Outside Edwards. Pass to McLaughlin. Back to Edwards. Hits it from three-point range.
And he's not going to miss that sort of an opportunity from deep.
And the pass to Vassell. Here's Richardson. Fires for 3. No good on that one. High post, Gobert. Doesn't go that time. Good D by Johnson. The Spurs have gone 1 of 3 from the field to start this one so far. Jones with it. He's picked up by Russell. The Timberwolves secured a spot in the playoffs last season, Greg, and we enjoyed it after they got that emotional win in the play-in game in the Twin Cities over the Clippers. What a night.
And, Kevin, you could tell it meant a lot to the players. This is a team that has struggled for so long, and by getting to the playoffs, this is a step in the right direction.
And he makes the first. It ended in the bubble, but how about the Spurs playoff streak? 22 consecutive seasons, Greg, coming to an end.
Kevin, making it every year from 1998 to 2019, winning 5 titles over that span, and having the same head coach certainly helped that streak. So did having a couple Hall of Famers. And the assets traded by the Wolves for Rudy Gobert surprised a lot of people. In essence, 5 first-round picks, 3 of them unprotected. They better hope this thing works out. A lot riding on it.
Now here's Jones after D'Angelo Russell's miss. And the dunk by Pirtle.
Boy, Pirtle is a guy that plays with a lot of force. I mean, when he's near the basket, the defense better watch out for the dunk.
Passes it to Towns. First shot, first basket. He's out of the blocks fast.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Well, this early, they should be showing a lot more energy on defense. It's not there.
And that was the Mobile One drive. Well worth a second look.
And you gotta love the aggression that he had, taking it to the rim there. Sets the tone in a close game like this one.
Richardson, he's a physical guard now. This guy's got good strength, and he powers through physical contact and capitalizes there.
Pass to McLaughlin. Here's Gobert, and slam dunk by Gobert.
And when he's on the floor, offensive rebounding is always going to be a strength for them.
Greg, he keeps so many possessions alive, doesn't he?
And, those second-chance opportunities can be game changers. He represents so much value to this team because of what he does.
And San Antonio calls the first timeout of the game.
And one of the biggest stories of the summer was Rudy Gobert being traded. Gets a fresh start with the Timberwolves.
First quarter of ball, almost 2.5 minutes in. Jones with it. Not a good performance from him in that loss to Philadelphia. Richardson left side. It's rebounded by Towns.
And, guys, not sure where his head was on that shot. Not what this offense was designed to create.
Not at all. I mean, that's where they want him looking for a teammate, not trying to do it on his own. He needs to share the wealth there.
The Timberwolves shooting their first free throws of the evening. A free throw drops for Gobert.
An improved free throw shooter compared to his earlier seasons. Nice to see Gobert attack his weakness.
And Gobert drops them both. And so it's Jones. He'll bring it up for San Antonio. They trail by 1. This, their first chance to take a look at Minnesota this season.
And they lost the season series against this squad last year, so trying to bounce back here tonight.
Yeah, and 2 mid-tier teams trying to get a leg up in the conference, guys. We'll see what happens.
Here's McLaughlin. Pass to Gobert. And he drops in the layup off the glass. 6 points for Rudy Gobert.
And the bulk of Gobert's offense is going to come down low. Even if the D knows that, it can still be tough to stop.
Richardson for 3. Doesn't get it to drop for him. And Minnesota now the other way. They want to keep rolling here following the win against the Thunder.
And that one was all about offensive execution, running your plays, picking your spots.
Yeah, you know, not deviating from the game plan is critical. You've got to trust in the system.
And nicknamed Big Body, Johnson doesn't shy away from contact, using that size and strength to gut through it.
Now, here is Russell. Playing Oklahoma City, he was nearly unstoppable. Outside, Towns. 5 on the clock. And a deep three from Russell. Kept alive and finished off by Gobert.
He knows his job. Gobert is there to own the glass and cash in on as many second chance opportunities as he can.
Now here's Jones. Inside, Pirtle. Towns with the defensive effort. Minnesota leading by 3. There's the pass to Gobert. And finished off by Gobert.
Towns showing you his unselfishness there, willing to give up the rock if his teammate has something a little better.
San Antonio calls timeout. Hey, guys, how about the dominant young career Karl Anthony Towns is having?
Very few can dominate like he can, Kevin. Towns is a monster. I mean, averaging a double-double every year of his career so far. So valuable in what he brings to the table.
Spurs trailed by 5. Jones looking for an opening. Richardson left side. He gets that one.
Richardson showing you the ability to manufacture a shot against good defense there. Well done.
Richardson against Russell. That's in for the first basket of the game after 3 attempts.
Tremendous individual play, challenging the heart of that defense.
Pirtle kicks to Jones. With the teardrop and the rejection by Towns. Johnson outside. Offline with his 3.
And you don't want to give up that kind of look too often.
For 3, Edwards. That shot is no good. And he's 1 for 3 from the floor. Passes to Jones. Richardson outside. Trying to get open is Johnson. And no good that time. Towns with the defensive effort. Pass to Russell. Lets the 3 fly. A rebound by the Spurs. Pirtle's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight.
No doubt it's been a bit of a struggle for him here in this quarter in terms of scoring.
Yeah, Josh Richardson is just not a scorer and defender, folks. He can pass it, too.
Pass to Towns. Edwards with it. And it's Richardson picking him up. Richardson against Edwards. Just 4 to shoot. Now the pass to McLaughlin. Can't hit from 12.
Well, I like the defense there. Right up in his grill, didn't give him a chance.
And here is Pirtle. Here's Richardson, and 2 free throws coming up, unable to get that one to go with all the contact. It's going to be on Rudy Gobert.
And, you know, Richardson, simply by being aggressive, puts a lot of pressure on the defense and is able to force the foul.
The Spurs shooting their 3rd and 4th free throw shots of the night.
And they were 75% from the line a season ago.
And that just has to improve, guys. I mean, the free throw shooting is something that has to get better. You're immediately putting yourself at a disadvantage when you shoot that poorly from the line.
And the first one drops.
Boy, Josh Richardson, really the kind of guy every team could use because he's got a well-balanced 3 and D game. He does a lot for his team, brings a lot of value to whoever he plays for.
Here's what Minnesota's going with right now. Reed, he's checked in for Gobert. Kyle Anderson comes in for Towns. And it's Prince in for D'Angelo Russell. And he can't hit the second. The Timberwolves have gone 7 of 15 from the field to this point. Edwards, that's good.
Flashing pretty advanced shot creation skills. I see many good defense, better offense moments in the future of Anthony Edwards.
Now here's McDermott. Passes it to Primo. It's hauled in by Edwards.
Those are chances almost always you can rely on him to get you 2 points, but the D just enough to keep him out of rhythm.
And so it's San Antonio with it after Taurean Prince's miss. Richardson, that's a two-pointer, and he knocks down the jumper. Richardson's got 7 points in the game.
Well, you can't contest much better than that. And when Josh Richardson makes hard shots, you know he's locked in.
Prince wide open. Bangs home the trifecta.
Defensively, there was a lack of aggressiveness, and it really made it easy for him to knock that shot down.
Pass to McDermott. Here's Roby. Three-pointer. It's hauled in by Edwards. Edwards got 4 rebounds in this game. It's deflected. Pass to Purdy. With the floater. Rebounded by the Timberwolves. It's Edwards on the wing. And a miss there on the triple.
Rare you'll see him miss such an open look.
Nice ball movement by San Antonio. The pass to Richardson. Kicks to McDermott. The three. Reed with the rebound. Timberwolves leading by 5. McLaughlin, the pass to Prince. Here's Edwards. And finished off by Edwards.
Oh, doctor. Oh, my goodness. Anthony Edwards throwing it down with force. Get this guy in the dunk contest.
And now another look at that great drive and finish brought to you by Mobile One.
It's all about the ability to get 2 feet in the paint, whether it's creating for a teammate or for yourself.
Here's Primo. Still getting warmed up offensively. No scoring yet from him. Richardson, no luck. And the Timberwolves with possession. Here's Edwards, and Edwards with the stop.
And we all know how explosive Edwards can be, reminding us there with that thunderous slam.
Richardson dishes to McDermott. Offensive struggles continue, missing again. Last outing for San Antonio, it was a loss to the 76ers. Edwards looking it over. Passes it to Anderson. Shoots it. A chance there to push it to double digits, but it's off the mark. McDermott down low. Defended by Anderson. And the officials will call the illegal screen right there.
Already his second foul. He's in danger of getting into serious foul trouble early in this game.
And that rejection had some mustard on it. Huge, huge play.
Boy, and that'll give him a nice injection. Nothing like a rejection to get a team fired up.
And the Timberwolves making a change here. McDaniels checked in. The Spurs making a switch here. And it's Anderson with the ball for Minnesota. 9-point game. Pass to McDaniels. .119 left in the first quarter. McLaughlin, the pass to Anderson. That one drops for him. And the Timberwolves lead by 11.
Their play on both ends has been superb. We'll see if they can maintain the momentum.
And, you know, nothing like getting an opponent on the ropes early. You love that if you're on that side of the scoreboard, and they are landing some haymakers now. The entire defense was frozen footed. Nobody picked up the shooter.
Here's Primo. Pass to Sohan. For the three. The shot by Primo, no good.
They've been beating them to a lot of those loose balls and rebounds here to start.
Yeah, the half and half balls are going their way, and that's really a function of effort and intensity. You know, the ball doesn't discriminate. Whoever goes and gets it, that's who owns it.
And they've had assists now on their last 3 baskets.
Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively for sure.
Here's Primo. Out of bounds, Minnesota takes possession. Five seconds left to play in the first quarter. Here's McLaughlin. And the last shot at the buzzer doesn't go in for him. And so it's Minnesota. Their lead at 11 points to end the quarter. Their defense has been active and effective. We'll take a quick break and then back to the action here. And if you're just tuning in, we've got a wide margin on the scoreboard, but plenty of time left for a comeback. And quite a position here for the Timberwolves to be in. What do you think, guys?
What we saw in that first quarter, they won their matchups defensively.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, you look at the energy, the effort, defensively, they put it all out there in that opening quarter.
Timberwolves leading by 11. So with Johnson on the bench, here's how the floor looks for Greg Popovich. Jones is out there with Devin Vassell. Then it's Gorgie Dang. And it's Sohan in at the 4. McLaughlin, no good. Here's Bates Diop. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet. Just 5 to shoot. And Jang gets it to go. Jang's got his first points of the game.
If you're guarding Jang, you know he doesn't mind being challenged. I mean, he's able to convert through physical play. As a matter of fact, the rougher it is, I think the more he likes it.
Now, here is Russell. Towns, no luck.
And the #1 overall pick in 2015, Karl-Anthony Towns has been the franchise player in Minnesota, but out to prove he can be the cornerstone on a contender.
And there's the pass to McLaughlin. And that one's good. Towns has got his second bucket.
Well, you got to respect and admire the focus of Towns. I mean, he just doesn't get rattled. He just stays with it, embraces the challenge, and keeps coming.
Vassell. And that comes off the assist by Jones. Jones has got 4 assists in the game. Greg, in order for Towns to get the Wolves to where they want to go, and certainly where he wants to go, how does he take the next step?
For me, last season, an inconsistent playoff performance for Cat. He's got to make an imprint on the game, even when shots aren't falling.
A moment now to hear from our sideline reporter, Hall of Famer David Aldridge. David.
Thanks very much. Now, for 22 straight years, San Antonio made the playoffs. They haven't made the last 3 postseasons, and former Spur Robert Horry worries if they'll ever be relevant again, saying, "I hate to say that. San Antonio is a small market. Guys just aren't going to go there." And that's a dire prediction for such a storied and successful franchise, Kevin.
Wow, no kidding, David. All right, thank you. Now here's Towns. Arm's length from the hoop. He knocks it down. Towns has got 4 points now in the quarter.
In the paint, Towns is just a nightmare for defenders. His size is a huge advantage.
Awesome display of athleticism captured by our AT&T 5G Slam Cam. Here's Jones. Softly drops in the floater.
A tough start scoring the basketball, but they're starting to turn it around now.
Yeah, it looks like they've gained a little bit of confidence as the lid has come off the hoop.
Here's McLaughlin. He's still scoreless so far in this one. McDaniels. It's hauled in by Bates Diop. And the Spurs with possession. They're on a 12-4 run. Vassell, no good. And it's Towns with the ball. He'll bring it up for the Minnesota Timberwolves. Reed misses. Spurs trail by 3. Here in the second quarter, just under 3.5 minutes played. Here's Russell. The shot, no good. Now San Antonio takes it the other way.
Nothing seems to be going down for him today.
Again, the miss by the Spurs.
The inside just a bit too congested for him to get the usual shot he would have with rhythm.
Now here's McDaniels, defended by Jones. Now McDaniels, and a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. And something that's been on the uptick in the NBA is free throw shooting. League-wide, Clark, teams are having more success from the stripe than ever before.
The 2020s are on pace, Kevin, to be the best free throw shooting decade in the history of the game, with skilled players now favored relative to the old school bangers. I mean, everybody pretty much has to be able to knock down shots to be effective as a player in today's game. So the free throw shooting percentage is going up. Not much of a surprise to me.
And some changes here for the Timberwolves. Rudy Gobert, he's checked in for Reed. And Anthony Edwards subbed in for Jordan McLaughlin. Off on that one, so he goes 1 for 2 at the line. Spurs trailed by 4. McDermott kicks to Johnson. Shakes over Towns. Once again off the mark by San Antonio. Lays it up and banks it in. Towns has got 8 points. San Antonio's gone 2 of 3 when they've stepped beyond the arc in the second quarter. Back to Jones. In the corner, it's McDermott. Again, the miss by the Spurs. Timberwolves leading by 6. Outside, Edwards. Here's McDaniels, and it's good off the back rim and in. The Spurs have gotten just over 50% of their shots to drop here in the second quarter. They're 5 for 9. Johnson right side. That ball is in the basket. Now he's shot 6 and made 3 of them.
A priority for Johnson, continuing to work on his jumper, especially off the catch like there.
So the Timberwolves called their first timeout, and Greg Keldon Johnson is listed at 6'5", but he plays much bigger than that.
He has the strength to fight for rebounds with anybody. Fearless on the court and plays with an endless motor. His strength and willingness to use it makes him valuable.
Gobert finds McDaniel. Russell looking it over. Pulls it from the elbow. Towns wide open. Timberwolves keep it alive. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Spurs will take it. Kyle Anderson, he's checked in for McDaniels. Spurs trailed by 6. Now here's Jones over Russell. It's rebounded by Towns. Towns has got rebound number 7 for him tonight. Here's Gobert, and he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line.
And the length of Gobert can be so difficult to deal with, and that's why you have to be physical with him on defense.
And that one misses. And he misses the second one as well, so he is 0 for 2 that time.
And they're really getting more points at the free throw line here in the second quarter.
Definitely, that's one of the reasons they're in front right now.
Let's quickly check out the scoring breakdown here for the Timberwolves.
I really like how they're knifing inside with confidence, exploiting any openings they see in the defense, taking advantage.
And let's not forget how terrific they've been on the offensive glass, throwing themselves on that backboard and being rewarded with additional points.
He misses the free throw.
Well, probably a little draft in the arena tonight. He's the last guy you expect to miss the mark by that much.
Absolutely. He hits the second from the line.
Doug McDermott, a solid teammate because he embraces whatever his team asks of him, and he's a consistent perimeter threat.
Outside Edwards. Going inside, and Edwards with the stuff.
Oh, that's straight TNT, baby. Explosive.
That was pretty, and he just has that effortless knack for getting inside.
Tell you what, you'd hate to be the guy having the responsibility of guarding him.
Vassell, once again off the mark by San Antonio.
I'd love to see them impose themselves a little more on the backboard. That's a great way to find confidence. Always a surefire way to get back in the game.
Well, guys, they need to do something to reduce this deficit. We'll see if that's the answer.
They are just killing them on the interior.
Yeah, you can't say that with enough emphasis. I mean, the defenders are just not being aggressive enough down low. You got to play with some physicality in the paint.
McDermott finds Vassell. 4 on the shot clock. Here's the 3. Count that one. And the Timberwolves lead has been cut down now to just 6 in the basket for McDermott.
This is Dougie McBuckets at his best, a lights-out shooter from beyond the arc.
Outside Edwards. Rebounded by McDermott.
Total breakdown from the defense there. I mean, he'll usually take advantage when that's the case.
And the rejection by Towns.
You know, one thing they can count on from Towns on the defensive end is block shots. He does not like to give up a clean look.
You know what? He's just stone cold right now. Really not sure if he's their best option offensively as they try to get back in this game. Second chance points always hurt. Just not enough effort to block out.
Hey, guys standing around spectating, I mean, you got to get in there and get tough.
Minnesota making a switch here. Prince is checked in. A free throw drops for Gobert. Spurs trail by 9. Richardson outside. Pass to Johnson. Over Anderson. That misses off the backboard.
Well, you've got to be there defensively. I mean, that's an easy mid-range jumper that he'll typically drain.
Outside Russell. Pass to Prince. Down low. Gobert down low. Covered by Vassell. The Timberwolves again can't hit. San Antonio's gone 3 of 5 beyond the arc since the start of the second quarter. Primo, the pass to Richardson. Charity stripe shot. The rebound by Anderson.
That's one he knows he should have drained.
Shakes off the strong D and gets the bucket for 2. Russell's got the lead up to 11 now for Minnesota. Pass to Primo. Back to Vassell. And there's the whistle. 3-second violation.
Costly error there. We'll see how they rebound from that miscue.
Well, you know what? Their wounds are self-inflicted. I mean, you've got to play much smarter than that.
Minnesota calls timeout. And Gobert kicks to Prince. The pass to Russell. Three-pointer. And that's Prince. That time on the assist by Russell. Prince has got 6 points.
Yeah, you know, Prince is always doing a nice job working to get open, and that's the reward you get for staying active, keeping yourself moving, an open look on the jump shot there.
Now here is Pirtle over Anderson. Pirtle's shot is off.
And they've got a big lead, not just on the scoreboard, but really in the rebounding numbers as well.
And what I like about it, it's been a physical brand of basketball. It's had a little sandpaper element to it, gritty and rough, but that's how you win games.
To stop the run, and that one's good. His second basket of 4, shooting 50%.
You know, with all that space, it's hard for the defense to stay connected to everybody.
Here's Russell. Got a piece of it.
Richardson showing you his defensive anticipation there with the block shot.
A strong finish under heavy pressure all over. Richardson's got it back down to within single digits for the Spurs. Russell passes to Prince. Passes it to Anderson. Over Johnson. No good on the shot, a bit long that time. And so it's Johnson who brings the ball up for San Antonio. Vassell finds Richardson. 1:15 left to play here in the second quarter. Just 5 on the clock. And there's the whistle. Illegal screen.
Already he's looking at his third foul. I think the coach will probably look to sit him down until the third quarter.
Naz Reid, he's checked in for the Timberwolves. Timberwolves leading by 9. 1:04 left now here in the second. Another miss by Minnesota.
Not sure why he keeps trying his luck from deep here. It's just not his night.
Richardson outside. Basket Jang. Over Russell. And another basket for San Antonio.
Well, I like what Jang gives you with the jump shot now. Not the quickest release, but he still gets the job done with it.
Outside Russell. Anderson outside. There's the 3. Good, and it's Russell picking up the assist. Anderson's got his second bucket of the night. Spurs trailed by 10. Primo, the pass to Richardson. And it's Russell with the rebound.
Clearly the defense could have been better there, guys, but he also needs to convert that.
Reid kicks to Russell. And he banks in the layup. And it's 8 points for D'Angelo Russell.
Taking the hit and still getting it to go down. Russell showing you some nice toughness there.
Here's Jang right through the D for the layup.
And bullseye with that assist. Nice delivery there in traffic.
And so it's Minnesota going into the break with a 10-point lead. And they've done it. All right, Dave, thank you. And time now for the halftime break with the third quarter.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Some incredible work in this one by Rudy Gobert. He had 13 points, 10 rebounds, and 1 block. And Shaq, what do you think about what we saw from Minnesota?
Their efforts in the paint have really paid dividends. It's been a focal point for them. Not so much for the other team. That's been the difference in the game.
Kenny, how do you think San Antonio played?
They wouldn't be in such a deep hole if they hadn't given up so many offensive rebounds. Getting out hustled, getting moved around, losing possessions. The one thing you can control is effort.
And we hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. We're halfway through the game. Rudy Gobert has been sensational.
Well, with a double-double in hand through 2 quarters, you can just imagine what his stat line will look like at the end of this one.
Yeah, he's got that locked-in look in his eyes tonight, and he's not going to start taking it easy. I think he's going to be going hard until that final whistle blows.
We played through the first half. Plenty of basketball, though, left in this one. 2 big men inside, Towns and Gobert. Then there's Anthony Edwards. And there's D'Angelo Russell. And it's McLaughlin in at the 2 guard. So that's the Timberwolves 5.
And you look at Jakob Poeltl, great touch and presence inside the paint. Can get you with a move or just power his way to the hoop.
Shot clock at 6. It's stolen by Edwards. And now the fast break. Edwards with the ball. And his offensive struggles continue. Spurs trailed by 10. Richardson finds Poeltl. Jones with it. Poke loose. And he dunks it down.
That's a double whammy, guys.
That's right. A great defensive play. Then the emphatic stuff.
Well, turning defense to offense, we talk about it all the time. Try to hit your opponent at the other end before they can set up the defense.
And Greg Poeltl has so many options to score inside.
And that's why he's such an efficient scorer, Kevin. Very composed at the rim. Doesn't need a lot of time to get his shot off inside.
And off the left side of the rim, and it swirls in for him. Edwards got 13.
Boy, great take by Edwards, making the correct decision in the pick and roll there.
Pass to Poeltl. Out to the right wing. Vassell with it. 5 to shoot. Richardson, no luck. Russell against Johnson. And Russell gets it to go on the assist by Towns. 10 points for him.
Boy, the body control of Russell. He knows defenders are going to be trying to get physical with him, and he's up for the challenge that time.
And here is Vassell. Jones. From down in the low post, it goes. Jones has got his second basket. A little under 2.5 minutes gone by here in the third. Russell passes to Edwards. Outside Russell. Here's Towns. Here's Gobert. And Poeltl sends it back.
Wonderful anticipation that time from Poeltl, positioning himself perfectly to send that one back.
Here's the pass to Vassell. Clock at 6. Shot from the top of the key, and it's San Antonio with another. Timberwolves leading by 12. Russell passes to Towns. Over Johnson. And it's Towns missing. San Antonio's gone 0 of 2 from deep to start things here in the second half. Just under 3.5 minutes played here in the third quarter. Richardson dishes to Poeltl. Draws contact on the shot, and now a 3-point play chance as he'll head to the line.
Hey, if you're going to foul Poeltl, I mean, get your money's worth. You have to make sure you're really whacking. He's extremely good at finishing through contact.
Daniels, he's checked in for Edwards. San Antonio also making some changes. Keita Bates-Diop comes in for Johnson. And McDermott subbed in for Josh Richardson. Free throw, no good for Poeltl.
but Pirtle is a massive guy, somebody that uses his height exceptionally well to get high-quality looks.
And let's head over to the sideline and catch up with David Alder.
Thanks very much, Kevin. Not that long ago, of course, the analytical team shot way more three-pointers, and they found a temporary edge. But now every team shoots a lot of threes, and it's more about personnel. When it's a superstar shooting the ball, that mid-range jumper can be very efficient. Guys?
And DA, we see it all the time. Brandon Ingram with the New Orleans Pelicans. KD, the two players in Phoenix with Chris Paul and Devin Booker. DeRozan in Chicago. We'll hit those all day long. David, thank you. Bates Diop, the pass to McDermott. Yes, that goes in. McDermott's got 6.
An accurate shooter off the pass, McDermott feels comfortable firing as soon as he catches it.
Here's McLaughlin, covered by Vassell. Russell against Jones. Here's Gobert. And again, it's Minnesota converting.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Yeah, and that's 4 straight field goals now they've allowed from point-blank range. Can't happen.
Out that one in, and the Timberwolves lead is cut down now to just 11 on the bucket for McDermott. And the Timberwolves call timing. And as the coaches go to the clipboard to outline their strategy during the timeout, the players getting a chance to rehydrate with some Gatorade. That's key to staying fresh all the way to the final whistle.
And Kevin, it really is. And every one of these players knows it. They're all making sure to stay hydrated. It's impossible to play your A game if you're not getting enough to drink, especially towards the end of games when the physical toll of a long contest really starts to add up.
Roby, he's checked in for Pirtle. Shot clock at 5. Here's McDaniels. Here's Gobert. And finished off by Gobert.
Big night for Gobert. This team has become more and more comfortable leaning on his offense.
Here's Jones. He has 6. McDermott, no one around him. Here's Vassell. And terrific work on the offensive glass, and he picks up 2. Vassell's got 4 points now in the quarter. Passes it to McLaughlin. McDaniels with the ball. McDermott on him.
Oh, the officials are all over that one.
Clearly a foul. I mean, didn't give him any choice but to blow the whistle. I mean, you got to play without fouling.
And guys, what do you think about the offensive approach so far that we've seen for Minnesota?
The way they've been able to consistently get past the defense and to the cup has been most impressive.
2 shots.
They've almost made it look pedestrian.
And another thing, they continue to work it inside and score. It's clear their game plan is attacking the paint as much as possible.
And the first one at the line is good. And with the internet and social media, players Clark have so much more ability to engage with the public and be heard. Is that important?
Kevin, anytime you can empower folks to share their voice, their stories, and be authentic in their own way, I think that's a positive. Player empowerment is something that social media avails, not only to players, but I think to everybody. It doesn't just bring attention to the game, but also causes and commitments players have to their respective communities and issues that are going on in the world. So I think it can be far more good than bad when you think about the platform of social media.
Russell against Jones. Russell, no luck.
You know, guys, you can tell he wants to contribute more, but his teammates have picked up the slack for him. That's what being on the team is all about.
Pass to Vassell. Here's Roby, guarded by Reed. Roby the pass to Vassell. McDermott for 3. That's all good, and that's his 5th basket of the game. He's shooting 5 for 11 now.
Boy, he's this explosive as a scorer, and once McDermott turns it on, there's no turning off.
Here's McLaughlin. Uses the glass to finish the layup. McLaughlin's got his 2nd basket of the night.
And giving up some inches inside, but makes up for it with an aggressive stop.
Yeah, you know, with that size difference, that's not an easy shot. I mean, I don't care how close to the rim he is, that's a tough shot.
Now McDaniels. And wrestling for it there, but no one has possession. We'll have a jump ball. And that kind of stifling effort on defense needs another look.
And when you're behind in the game, that's what you've got to do. Contest every shot and get stops.
So it's the Timberwolves now. Right side Towns. That one falls through. It's his 6th make from the floor this game, now 6 for 10.
And defensively, guys, they've been unable to shut down the middle.
Yeah, and they're really getting pummeled on points in the paint here.
On its way from McDermott for 2, and the Spurs scoring again.
It's really been a tale of two halves, guys. A slow start, but this quarter, he has really been the man.
Minnesota calls timeout. Kyle Anderson, he's checked in for Minnesota. Taurean Prince comes in for McDaniels. San Antonio making a switch here. And the Timberwolves with possession here. At one point, they led by 16. Anderson finds Russell. Pass to McLaughlin. A shot. And good. And it takes a nice bounce off the right iron and down. McLaughlin's got 6 points in the quarter. D'Angelo Russell, the 2nd overall pick in 2015.
Yeah, pretty interesting too, Kevin, that the Lakers traded him after just his 2nd season. It was basically a salary dump. It wasn't about talent because he's got plenty of that, but he was young when he came into the league. He had a reset at age 21 and then went on to rebuild his stock in Brooklyn, making an all-star game there. And by doing that, showed everybody that he could start over.
No problems knocking that one down. Prince has got 9.
Yeah, you look at Russell, and one of the things I like most about his game is this guy has great vision and passing ability.
Now the pass to Jang. Shoots over Reed. Jang, no luck.
I think in that situation, it was a nice try to create some space for himself with the fadeaway.
Prince's shot is good. 11 points in the game.
Prince not one to back down from a challenge. Even when you contest his shot, he's going to still concentrate and get it up and down.
Here's Primo. 5 points in the game. And he gets the whistle for the 3-second call.
And just a little too lax with that possession, and it cost him.
And I tell you what, more brain-neutral plays like that one, and they'll have a hole deeper than the one they're already in.
Edwards has come in for Minnesota. Richardson, he's checked in for the Spurs. Here's McLaughlin, covered by Vassell. Edwards can't hit.
And, you know, he's a threat from deep, no doubt about it, but it just has not been there for him tonight. You might want to change your game plan a little bit offensively.
Richardson, got a hand on it.
Excellent toughness on the defensive end, and that's what Prince does. He's got size, and he's got the will to defend at a high level.
Edwards kicks to Anderson. The Timberwolves again can't hit. Spurs trailed by 13 to the paint. Whistle blows, basket is good. So a chance here for a 3-point play.
They just aren't attacking from the perimeter like they did in that first half, and I think that's part of the problem right now.
The Spurs have shot 4 of 7 as a team from the line tonight. Several misses early. Johnson's checked in for San Antonio. There's 1:38 left to play in the third. Prince outside. to the inside. And he takes it in for the layup off a very nice feed. 13 points for Prince.
Well, good job that time by Prince putting his muscle on display. Excellent work fending off the contact and capitalizing.
Here's Johnson. Minnesota with the rebound. Now here's Prince. 13 points in the game. Edwards passes to Reed. Fades and shoots. It's hauled in by Richardson. Richardson's got his 4th rebound in this one. Spurs working the ball around now. Passes it to Primo.
Oh, great defense there. Anticipated the play and got there first.
And not afraid to put his body on the line either. He took a shot for the team in that situation.
San Antonio making a switch here. Jones is checked in. Timberwolves leading by 12. Pass to Edwards. Dishes to Anderson. McLaughlin, the pass to Edwards. Releases. Another miss by Minnesota. San Antonio's gone 3 of 7 from three-point range here in quarter number 3. It's a 4-second differential between the shot clock and game clock. And Zhang kicks to Jones. Here's Sohan. Minnesota with the rebound. Reeves got 6 rebounds now in the game. Pass to Edwards. 1 second left. No good. And so it's Minnesota up by a dozen here at the end of the quarter. And their ability to get points in the paint has made all the difference in this one. And we'll be back with you shortly. And now a sneak peek into the huddle with Greg Popovich.
Got a lot of great shots. They haven't dropped.
And we reach the 4th quarter in a game that may be already out of hand. On the floor for San Antonio starting the 4th quarter. McDermott in at the forward with Johnson as the other. Jones is out there with Josh Richardson. And it's Pirtle in at the center locking down the middle. And that was another look at the fantastic Mobile One drive that happened a moment ago.
And you can just sense his determination, trying to do everything he can to keep this game within reach.
Prince, the pass to Towns. That 3 off the mark.
You know what, though? Sometimes you can be too open. I think it may have surprised him, and that's why he missed.
Outside, Jones. 6 to shoot. 14 feet away. Here's Pirtle, and the dunk by Pirtle.
And Pirtle is always a threat to come away with offensive rebounds because of his size, but just as important, his timing.
Russell against Jones. Russell passes to Prince. Count that one. And the Timberwolves lead by 10.
An absolute bully in the lane. Nothing the smaller defender could do there.
Jones kicks to McDermott. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2. That one is on Towns.
I mean, even from over here, you can see that one pretty clearly.
No question about it. I mean, a ton of contact and a good call by the officials.
The first one falls. The Timberwolves making a switch here. McLaughlin's checked in. Vassell, he's checked in for the Spurs. And so Jones nails both of them. And so it's Russell with it. He brings it up for Minnesota. At one point, they led by 16. The pass to Towns. Back to Russell. Here's McLaughlin. Down to 5 on the shot clock. That's a 2 from Towns. That shot off. And the Spurs going the other way now. Johnson finds Jones. Richardson outside. Out to the right wing. Wide open look. And he nails that one right through the net.
You know, we've seen a much different version of him in this half, guys. He's been sharper, more focused, and more assertive.
Outside Edwards. Passes to McLaughlin. And the 3 off target. Spurs trailed by 6. Richardson with it over Gobert.
And the reach and height of Gobert, it literally makes it impossible to score over him. He's able to get all over that shot. I'll tell you, they're right in this. We'll see if they can maintain momentum.
Well, it starts with defense. They got some stops, scored some buckets after that, and now we've got ourselves a ball game.
Outside Edwards. Good, and it's Russell picking up the assist. Russell's got 6 assists here tonight.
1 triple for him in the first half. Now he's hit another.
San Antonio calls timeout.
And now in the final year of his contract, D'Angelo Russell trying to get back to that all-star level and the promise that got him that last 4-year deal.
With a short break in the action, gives us a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge.
Well, guys, during the last break, I listened to Greg Popovich talk to his team. He told them they have to keep fighting. He said, hey, look, we're right here, but we can't make mistakes. We got to be aggressive and smart. Back to you guys.
All right, David, thanks. Outside, Russell jacks up a 3. And again, Minnesota with the triple. And after a lackluster performance in last year's playoff, Russell has some making up to do.
Yeah, and the efficiency has been a problem. If you're a player whose primary value is at the offensive end, you can't just be a volume scorer. I love the spirit he's shown tonight, particularly on the offensive end.
Well, I tell you what, the hole would be a lot deeper if he wasn't being as efficient as he's been so far.
Edwards passes to Towns. Here's McLaughlin. And again, Minnesota with the triple.
Their third three-pointer in a row.
Adjustment time for these guys. The defense has to make some adjustment here.
Russell against Jones. Back to Richardson. Fouled on the shot and picks up 2 points. So 1 free throw coming up.
Boy, really good body control that time by Richardson. Anticipated the foul coming, absorbed that contact, and didn't let it bother his shot.
One of the problems in the first half, that shoddy work at the free throw line. They needed to fix that, and they've been much improved since the break.
Pass to McLaughlin. And here's Edwards. Fires the 3. And again, Minnesota with the triple.
12 straight points off of three-pointers, and the D looks shell-shocked.
And guys, now that they're rolling from out there, the defense has to really get up into them. You've got to almost be in their jerseys to try to deny those looks.
And listen, sometimes even the best of us are going to miss the easiest of opportunities.
Towns kicks to Russell. Towns trying to get open. And Russell with the basket on the assist by Towns. Russell's got a pair of threes here in the fourth quarter for Minnesota. Pass to Vassell. Now here's Richardson. The 19-foot shot, no good that time. Great D that time from Edwards.
The scoring efficiency has been low, and it's not helping them on the scoreboard.
Boy, you have to be impressed with the offensive production. They have got it firing on all cylinders.
And, you know, the lead just keeps growing. I mean, this game is not going to get out of their grip. They're going to keep pulling away.
Kicks it to Russell. Up and in on the layup. And the Timberwolves lead by 18.
Well, I tell you what, such a smooth, tight handle. I mean, especially for a guy with a 6'5" frame and 6'9" wingspan.
And here's Richardson outside. Karl Anthony Towns with the rebound.
Boy, this is bad. Tough to watch. I mean, this is really bad. He's stone cold this quarter. Man.
Russell passes to Towns. Back to Russell. From deep, it's deflected. One-on-one here. Feeds it to Jones, and the shot is good.
Encouraging signs for him after starting the game poorly. He's picked it up here in the second half.
And the pass to McLaughlin. And here's Edwards. Richardson covering. Richardson against Edwards. Russell with a wide open look. And the Timberwolves tack on 2 more.
You know, with good form, a quick release, and a nice field, Russell's comfortable in catch-and-shoot situations.
Richardson for 3. Rebounded by the Timberwolves. Gobert's got his 16th rebound on the night. Pass to McLaughlin. For 3, Edwards. San Antonio with the rebound. They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
They get a hand on it. And a bit of a battle here for the ball. The official signals a jump ball here. And so it's Minnesota with it. He kicks it to Russell. Back to Edwards. Good, and the assist goes to Russell. Edwards got 24 points.
Well, and this has been their strategy throughout the 4th period. We'll see how it pans out.
You know what? Teams can get a little 3-happy down the stretch sometimes, letting it fly.
Pass to Vassell. And right away, they match it with a 3-pointer of their own. Vassell's got 16 here in the second half. Pass to McLaughlin. Outside, Towns. Tried to answer back, but that 3 is off the mark. Spurs trailed by 18. Here's Jones. Nice D from Russell.
And smothered him on that mid-range attempt.
As a defender, he's going to just be a bothersome, worrisome guy, making you miserable all night. A hand in your face on every jump.
Towns. Gobert trying to get open, and Towns gets it to go.
Excellent job by Towns to stick with it. He didn't let the defender get to him there.
Up top, Vassell. Richardson, that's a 2-pointer. The rebound by the Timberwolves. Towns has got 13 rebounds in the game. Class eating. McLaughlin, the pass to Towns. Towns is doubled. And we're going to have a jump ball. It's tied up there. And in today's NBA, there are more and more female coaches than ever before. And, Clark, that extends to the front office, too.
Kevin, I think it's a trend that'll continue. I mean, the NBA and society realizing that diversity in all of its forms is a real strength. And the growth of the women's game producing some outstanding coaching and front office candidates.
Here's Jones. Nice D from Russell. Timberwolves leading by 20. 1:52 left in the game. Beyond the arc. That shot, no good. And San Antonio will go the other way with it. Jones, the pass to Pirtle. And that comes off the assist by Jones. That gives him a double-double in this one. 10 points and 11 rebounds. The pass to McLaughlin. Back to Russell. Takes the three. No good. Shot missing. And so it's Johnson who brings the ball up for San Antonio. They trail by 18.
And so just rolling to the finish line now in what has been a very confident-looking performance for the Timberwolves.
One area that stands out that we've seen tonight from them, their aggressiveness in getting steals, something I know that you really value yourself.
I think it sparked their offense. It deflates the opposition, and when you have the type of effort we saw tonight, it's pretty hard to overcome that defensive pressure down the stretch.
And during the long NBA season, each contest important here tonight. Tonight's win will give them 4 on the season.
And you always hope to take charge of the season series by winning that first game. This will put them up 1-0. 3 games left still to play this year against the Spurs.
And something we've come to almost expect is greatness from this guy. Such an overall great performance it was for Rudy Gobert.
Yeah, and he was aggressive rebounding the ball tonight. I think his aggressiveness on the glass helped set the tone.
The Timberwolves working the ball around them. Moore outside. 6 on the shot clock. Lets a floater go, and they'll turn it over. Could not get off a shot. 24-second violation. San Antonio making a switch here. Primo's checked in. And the Spurs with possession here. It's a 16-point game. About 7 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. This one for 3. Bates Diop misses. Here is Forbes. So it's Minnesota winning this one easy. It was a tale of 2 teams tonight, one that was in total control, operating flawlessly, and the other just searching for answers that they could never find.
I mean, the energy here is just so tremendous. Fans involved from the get-go, and once they started to really pour it on, it was fun to see that rhythm and flow from their perspective.
And that'll do it.